Greenville, South Carolina was seconds away from becoming the site of the greatest sports tragedy in North Carolina history. You saw the score. You saw the Blue Devils survive 71-65. But if you weren't watching the first 35 minutes of this game, you missed the smell of pure, unadulterated fear.
I've known Gerry, for a long time. GMAC had his guys way more ready to play than I did. He outcoached me. He outcoached us. And that's one of the hardest moments for me in sport.
Duke, the number 1 overall seed, the team with the $15 million roster and the number 1 recruit in the world, was being out-hustled, out-coached, and outplayed by a Siena team that literally only played 5 guys for almost the entire game. For nearly 2 hours, the ghosts of the 2023 Purdue were screaming in the arena. Today, we're looking at the autopsy of a game Duke should have won by 30, and why the Cameron Boozer era almost ended before it even started.
Period.
Let's break it down.
To not have your best stuff. They played at such a high level. You're down double digits in the second half, and the toughness that these guys showed. It doesn't matter how much you win by or how pretty or any of that stuff. It's about getting it done, finding a way, and then learning and growing from it.
Let's keep it a stat. McNamara is a problem. The Siena coach knew Duke wanted to live in the paint. He built a wall. Duke went 5 for 26 from deep. That's 19% for those doing the math at home. Siena went into the locker room up 43-32. Think about that. The invincible Blue Devils were down double digits to a team with 0 4-star recruits.
I don't think I've ever been more proud of any group of kids I've ever been around. I think the world and college basketball saw what I've been so grateful and thankful to be around all season. Group of kids that love each other, that compete at the highest level, play for each other. We got off to a great start offensively, and second half when they switched the zone, it slowed us down a little bit. But I went back and watched every time they've been scored on this season, this past week, and you go game by game, and there's stretches where they just don't give up points. It's why they're who they are.
The think piece here, is Duke too NIL heavy? Do they have too many CEOs and not enough blue-collar defenders? Because Siena didn't flinch. They weren't scared of the jersey. They were hunting. Enter Cameron Boozer. When your team is tight and shaky, John Scheyer's words, not mine, you need a superstar to stop being a prospect and start being a pro. Boozer didn't have his best shooting night, but he willed this win into existence. He lived at the line, going 18 for 21 as a team, with Boozer drawing half these fouls. He adjusted when the Saints took away his 3-ball, and this is the controversy. People say Boozer is just Carlos's son with a better jumper. No, today he showed he has that dog that Duke has been missing since the Zion era.
They make you settle for threes, and we took the bait on that. I think we really didn't come out ready to play today, and we got to be a lot better moving forward, but not much energy, not much defensive presence, whether we're missing dunks or we're blocking shots, whatever it is. We just had to get something to get the energy going. I think Slim's 2 dunks back-to-back really helped us get that going for sure. Coach says all the time, whether you win by 1 or 25, it doesn't matter, so just on to the next.
He played 39 minutes, and he refused to let Duke be a meme. Why did Siena lose? Simple. They ran out of gas. When you play 5 guys against Duke's depth, the wall eventually cracks. In the final 5 minutes, Duke finally took the lead and didn't look back. But the scouting report is out. If you can keep Duke out of the paint and force them to shoot under 25% from 3, they are beatable. TCU is watching this tape right now, licking their chops. If Duke plays like this against a team with an actual bench, they aren't making it out of the weekend. The Hoop Pulse verdict? Duke got their wake-up call, but it might have been an alarm clock they can't turn off. They survived 71-65, but the aura of invincibility is gone. Siena proved that number 1 seeds bleed, and they bleed Blue Devil blue.
I want to thank all our seniors, and just really grateful for those guys. But, Duke's got length. We made an emphasis on this game. We're going to have to rebound and block out. I don't really think we were tired at the end. We played a lot of guys, a lot of minutes all year long. So, they just grabbed some good rebounds there, and Malik does a great job at poking them out, and Cameron Boozer's a beast. So, credit to them.
Are you buying Duke stock after this comeback? Or are you selling because they looked tight? Drop a comment. I want to see the Duke fans defending this one. We're moving on to Louisville next. Peace.